Now. Looks like we're good. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, Nolar here, back with a Dokkan fan-made card video. This is part 2 of a two-part series. Part 1's in the description below on Talon's channel, where he picked 3 of his cards for this series, and I'm picking 3 today. And of course, I am joined by Talon himself. Why don't you go say hello to the boys out there?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Glad to be back for this little series. I enjoy doing this about once a month, give or take, but it's always fun to see your guys' concepts and get an idea for where the community thinks some cards might want to go.
Yeah, obviously this has been out for like a couple weeks, and we already did the 350 million, which is now the stupid name of simultaneous worldwide release campaign.
It's the worldwide campaign, just call it that.
Worldwide campaign, yeah, whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, we proposed, hey, we'll do another set, and this time we'll have you guys fix a category. I proposed Otherworld Warriors because the second it came out, it was dead. So we're here. We asked you guys, hey, make a new card to fix the unit, the category, or EZA some existing ones. And I will say we got some interesting submissions. Of course, there were 85 submissions overall. A few of them weren't pertaining to Otherworld Warriors, but hey, thanks for submitting your creative ideas nonetheless. But again, I can only pick 3. Talon picked 3. We can't do all 85. I wish we could, but we would be here for days. So with that said, anything else you want to say before we dive into our first card here?
Nope, let's just get right into it.
Alrighty, so number 30 of the submission here is submitted by John. Thank you very much for your submission. He picked Super Saiyan Goku, Angel, Super Kaioken. So, and he made this one in LR. So he thinks Otherworld Warriors deserves an LR, which hopefully fixes the category. But anyways, it's a tech LR unit. The leader skill is over limit risk, category 3, key 3, 170 HP and attack, and 150 defense. Or Otherworld Warriors, category 3 key, 150 to all stats. So, on the super attack effect, 12 key lowers enemies' attack and seals. I'm assuming colossal damage. And then 18 key does mega colossal damage, which lowers enemy attack and defense, and stuns. Okay, that sounds a little broken, but alright. Passive skill, so 200% attack and 150 defense. All allies, 10% attack and defense, plus an additional 6% attack each time key rises by 1 up to 120, plus 3 key defense, or plus 3% defense each time key rises by 1 up to 60. Active skill conditions: allies collect 5 or more key spheres or 3 turns elapse. Interesting. Well, we can discuss that in a bit. When used on the first slot to all allies, 10% attack and defense. When used in the second slot, all allies can dodge enemy attacks. When used in the third slot, stuns the enemy, and Super Kaioken Goku gains 70% attack but minus 50% defense. If an ally or allies include the name Pycon, Super Kaioken Goku gains 20% attack, or when there is an Otherworld Warrior ally or allies, all allies 10% attack and defense. Links are Prepare for Battle, Shocking Speed, Super Saiyan, Overrun of Flash, Otherworld Warriors, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, which is pretty standard. And then Pure Saiyans, Full Power, Goku's Family, Super Saiyans, Otherworld Warriors, Last Resort, 4 categories. And yeah, so Talon, by all means, give me your thoughts on this particular card concept.
Yeesh, lots of stuff to go through. So because it's an LR, 200% attack and 150% defense is fine. All allies attack and defense 10%, plus an additional 6% attack with each key sphere rises by 1. So
like if you started off at 6 key, if you got to 12 key, that's another 6, so that'd be 60. 6 times 6.
It's very similar to LR Rosé's concept.
Right.
Okay, got it. And then the same thing with the 3% defense. Okay. Active skill conditions: ally collects 5 or more key spheres or 3 turns elapse when used in slot 1. Yeah, it's a lot to try and remember, but I'm sure you'd probably get used to it, just like with LR Rosé.
Yep.
So I like that concept. I don't mind it. It did get a little bit of a nerf thanks to the link update, but
yep.
It's still a decent, cool concept.
Well, I mean,
I don't know how much.
It's slightly different because Rosé's attack is based on the key wheel, but he's saying it's basically a nuking passive, right? So like if you take 10 key spheres, you're getting 60% attack, and then and then you get 30% defense. It's not. I think he kind of mixed it up with like the Rosé concept. At least that's what I interpret it as, right? So 6% attack each time key rises by 1. I don't know. Actually, I'm a little confused again now.
Yeah.
Because if it was a nuking passive,
if the guy who makes this, if you happen to see the video, man,
comment below. Yeah, because I'm assuming it's like, or unless he's saying like, it doesn't matter how many key spheres you get. If you go from like 6 key to 24, what is that, 18? Then that's the max you can get. 18 times 6 and 18 times 3, like that's the max amount you can get. But then why would you say it's 120 and 60 if it's not a nuking? I don't know. That's why I'm getting a little confused. But anyway, sorry to cut you off. Keep going.
No. I was just gonna say the only thing I wasn't a fan of was the 50% minus defense. I've never been a fan of that personally in any card, no matter what.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, it's not a bad card. I definitely see it, unfortunately, more as a non-Dokkan Fest LR if something like this ever came out.
Yeah.
So that aside, though, it's not a bad card by any means. Definitely powerful. Definitely powerful. But yeah, no, decently cool concept. I'd take it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so he put a new category called Over Limit Risk, which he says are characters who use a form that can gradually affect themselves. So all the Kaiokens, right? So that.
But the Kaioken. I mean, first off, Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku is a anime only concept. It has nothing to do with the manga. And while in the manga and the anime and everything, Kaioken itself as a concept does, push Goku to his limits and he has to be careful with it and everything. Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku is when Goku's dead. So
that's true.
I don't think he probably does technically push his body to the limit, but I don't think it has any quote unquote negative effects on him. I'm not going to try and argue, anime only power scaling and all this other stuff, but I don't personally see that the case. When I personally watched that little, filler arc and everything. So, I don't know. You can make a if or then statement if you want to, but I still called it a cool concept and everything for the card.
The super attack effect is what I was saying is broken, is that if he stuns on 18 key and then seals on 12, no matter what, he's going to be super useful for, I mean, especially lowering attack on both the 12 and 18, and then of course 18 lowers attack and defense. He's going to be super useful for Super Battle Road. So if there is another World Warriors Super Battle Road category, if this card existed, he would be the king of that. So,
well, I mean, especially because if you finish off say you finish off the first opponent with the 18 key super attack and the stun is wasted, and then you get an additional super attack, you seal them. You seal the next card at least.
Yeah. So definitely a really interesting concept. The minus 50% defense, it sucks. Like even with the blue boys, people say it doesn't like really affect. It does affect them. You guys need to see the numbers and see how much damage they take post super. It does matter. So it sucks, but I guess it's a fair trade. It's a trade-off, right? And if that particular thing only activates when Super Kaioken is in the third slot. So, it depends on how you want to play it. But either way, the concept's really interesting. I think it's really cool. So, John, thank you very much for the submission. If you're watching this, if you can clarify the whole each time key rises thing, like is it a nuking thing or is it more like LR Rosé? Just let us know. But thank you for the submission, and we'll move on to the next one here. The fifth submission. Okay, so Sine Hamel. I'm gonna be butchering names, so I'm sorry. But this one's cool. Emperor returning from hell. Final form Frieza Angel. So he made this guy an LR, physical LR. Otherworld Warriors or Wicked Bloodline category. Ki +4, HP attack 170, defense 130. Okay. Super attack effect. 12 and 18 ki, Death Beam, Death Ball. Causes colossal or mega colossal damage. High chance on the 12 ki and great chance to stun the enemy. Pretty decent. And then post-transformation, 12 ki, Golden Death Beam. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes the colossal damage to the enemy and lowers attack and defense. Pretty good. And then 80 ki, Emperor's Golden Death Beam. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes make colossal damage to all enemies. Oof. Alright. Okay, so the passive skill here is Evil Intensified in Hell. Ki +1, a defense 150. Attack 120 when performing a super attack. And launches an additional super attack. Okay, so 2 supers. All allies, Ki +2. Otherworld Warrior categories, allies. Attack and defense 40%. Evades enemies' attack, including super attack, as a 3rd attacker in the turn. And then active skill can be activated upon entering the next attacking turn. Okay, so it's basically either like turn 3 or turn 4 is what I'm interpreting that as.
Yeah, it's Trunks and Zamos.
Yeah, okay.
Skill.
All right, so the true Golden Frieza, Ki +2, a defense 180, attack 150 when performing a super attack, and launches an additional super attack. Launch an additional super attack when there is a Universal Survival Saga category enemy. All allies, Ki +3, Otherworld Warriors category allies, attack and defense 20%. Ki +1 and critical hit chance +9 per physical ki sphere obtained.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that's really good. Active skill, perfect ki control, can be activated when ki meter is 0 or more, so whenever. Ki +24, attack and defense +30% for 1 turn, and Ki +1 whenever ki is raised by ki spheres for the rest of the battle. Manipulates the ki field, which he explains in a second. Links, Universe Most Malevolent, Revival, Strongest Clan in Space, Brutal Beatdown, Turn of Power, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Okay. Resurrected Warriors, USS, Full Power, Rep of 7, Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline, Otherworld Warriors, Terrifying Conquerors. Alright, so the miscellaneous info here. Frieza's active skill will manipulate the ki field in a very specific way. Essentially, he will change the columns on the field. The far most left column entirely turns into physical orbs. The next column, int. Middle column, text. Next column into AGL. And the rightmost column into rainbow. Unfortunately, the ki field isn't centered, so it's impossible to create a perfectly even ki field. Hence why I left out strength, which is the type disadvantage, and decided to go for rainbow. Wow. Okay,
then.
Yeah, it's a very unique concept. Talon, give us your thoughts.
Oh boy, where do I even start with this guy? I do like the concept of just having the defense and then getting the attack on the super attack. I'm totally fine with that, to be honest.
That gives more damage if you guys follow the calculations. Because if it was 120% start of turn, that's like, whatever. But then 120 when performing super attack, that's like all when you calculate everything else into it, that's 120 afterwards. That's way more damage. So that's like who has that? LR Margin Vegeta, the AGL one. When he has whatever 120% attack on super, like he still hits really damn hard because it's when he's supering as opposed to start of turn. So yeah. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead.
Guaranteed additional super attack. So obviously that's really nice. All allies, Ki +2. Good for the Otherworld Warriors, which is nice. Evades enemies' attack, including super attacks as the 3rd attacker. I definitely like that. God, what is this true golden form though? So basically, if you have a Universal Survival Saga enemy that you're facing off against, then you're going to have 3 super attacks. Basically.
Yep.
Still helping the Otherworld Warriors category, and Ki +1 and crit chance +9% per physical ki sphere obtained. God, can you imagine running this guy with the physical support move? Wow. This dude would be nuts. He'd be absolutely crazy.
Okay, go on.
I got no words, to be honest. This is powerful. I mean, the concept is interesting because he can either really help out the Otherworld Warriors category, because he's giving him keys, he's giving him attack and defense, which is really nice. or you can still run him on the Universal Survival Saga team if you wanted to, and it'll help out there in terms of being like an all-out attacker. So I don't mind it. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll start with links. Because he's in Otherworld Warriors, he needs the Otherworld Warrior link. So I would probably get rid of Brutal Beatdown for that. Because
I definitely get rid of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Brutal Beatdown is 20% attack, I want to say. Otherworld Warriors is a 20% attack and 10% defense link when you get to level 10. And of course, if he's running the category, he needs to have the link. That's the only criticism I have of the link set. Otherwise, the rest of it looks fine. You know, like you got your Frieza links, you got your TOP, and then of course Fierce Battle and Legendary Power. Like that's fine. The leader skill is really good too. And the super attack effects are really interesting because again, on both the pre-transformation and post-transformation, he's guaranteed 2 supers, right? So he's going to get, as long as you get the 18, you're going to get the 12 afterwards, right? So pre-transformed, he's going to stun, and if he doesn't stun an 18, he'll have a chance to stun on the 12. So that's pretty good. And then on the transformation side of things, 18 keys the AOE attack, and then the 12 is lowering attack and defense. So like that part of his kit when he transforms, the super attack effect is great for SBR. Is it going to be good for World Tournament? Because when can you transform? On the next attacking turn?
Yeah, it's not the next one.
So it's not good for World Tournament.
Wouldn't see it. Yeah, you wouldn't really see it, unfortunately.
Okay, so that's kind of quote unquote balance, you know. I really like the super attack effect. The pre-transformation is fine, and post-transformation is pretty good. The thing is, because he manipulates, the active skill, right? So if you never use the active skill, you never manipulate the key field like he explained. So like the way he tried to explain it was, there's on the rows or on the columns there are 5 orbs or 5 columns on the key field, but unfortunately it's not uniformly like even like a column. It's kind of like bouncing around. So that's why he only put physical, int, tech, AGL, and then rainbow. The thing is, if it was structured that way, I would never manipulate the key field ever, because that means I'm only getting at most 5 physical key spheres. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yep.
So that makes it balanced, because he in his post-transformation state, it's 9% crit chance times 5, so 45% chance to crit, which is still damn high. That's all you're getting. However, the one change I would make, of course, you have to rebalance the card a little bit, is if you manipulate the key field, where you have the columns as physical, int, tech, AGL, and rainbow, but have them be randomized instead of just the far left is physical, then the next one's int, then the next one's tech, and the next one's AGL, and the last one's rainbow. If it could be tech, int, and then rainbow, physical, and whatnot, that would make it a lot more fun, because it's more RNG. Like, you're not going to get the attack stats, never going to be consistent, is what I'm trying to say. It'll be different every time. Right. That would be more fun, and I think a very unique way to handle this mechanic. Either way, I like this out of the box thinking. This is really cool. May not work specifically the way he's planning, proposing, but it's pretty awesome, at least in my opinion. And this card is pretty good. I'm pretty sure Garesh would go a little crazy if he found this card.
Yeah, he probably would. I'm sure our boy Garesh would definitely go crazy for this card.
So, all right. Anything else you want to say about this one before we move on?
Nope. Nope. I think we've covered everything.
All right. So the last and final card we're going to be covering, guys. Almost the second to last submission here. Joe Maste. Thank you for the submission. Defending Otherworld Pikkon/Goku Angel and Vegeta Angel into the Greatest Warrior Super Gogeta. All right. LR Tech. Interesting. Otherworld Warriors key 4, HP attack and defense 130. Or Super Tech, key plus 4, HP attack and defense 100. So this is obviously a legendary summon LR. That's typical for the leader skill. Super attack effect, Pikkon, 12 key, Thunder, Flash, raises attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage, 18 keys, stalling for time, raises allies attack and defense by 40% for 3 turns, has a high chance to stun, and does mega colossal damage. Ooh, okay.
Damn. Okay.
All right, Super Gogeta, 12 key Divine Cleansing, lowers enemy attack and defense and causes colossal damage. 18 key is the Soul Punisher, which weakens enemy's guard for 1 turn and does mega colossal damage. Okay. Passive skill, Pycon, protecting the final chance. Raises defense if enemy is stunned. Defense plus 100% when against movie bosses, and gives 2 key attack and defense 40% to Otherworld warriors. And 2 key HP attack and defense 20% to movie heroes. Okay, that's kind of interesting.
Yep.
Active skill, Fusion Reborn, available for 5 turns. After 5 turns, exchange with Super Gogeta. Super Vegeta, turn 1, all enemies focus on Gogeta. Each time Gogeta is hit, he raises his chance to dodge by 5% up to 40%. When finishing an enemy with Gogeta, HP raises by 10%. Okay.
I'm guessing he probably means recover 10% HP, is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the way we would interpret it. I think he actually means the HP bar increases by 10%, which has never happened before, which we'll talk about in a second here. Active skill, timer expired. Available 2 turns after Gogeta's appearance. Defuses and exchanges with Pycon. Okay. So, link skills, prepare for battle, experienced fighter. Oh, this is Pycon. Prepare for battle, experienced fighter, shocking speed, Otherworld warriors, fierce battle, toughest nails, legendary power. And Super Gogeta is Golden Warrior, prepare for battle, fierce battle, Super Saiyan, fuse fighter, legendary power, shocking speed. Okay. And then the categories are worthy rivals, Otherworld warriors, movie heroes, saviors, last resort, and desperate struggle. Okay. Oh, miscellaneous info. Weakens enemy guards means that everyone in the rotation is super effective against the enemy with a lowered guard. Okay. Well, what do we have now? Is it just
disable enemy guard?
Disable enemy guard. Okay, so that's different, a little bit different. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you think?
Very interesting concept. Let me break this down. So, Icon, I like. I mean, 40% attack and defense to Otherworld warriors. Raises defense if enemy is stunned. Raises defense if enemy is stunned.
So it's like when he shows up, if the enemy is stunned, he raises his defense.
Okay.
I don't know how much. I think that's 20%. Like it's stacking, like stacking defense. So on turn 1, that Pycon stunned it on 18 key, and then turn 2, the enemy's stunned. So the turn 2 Pycon will then raise his defense because he showed up, enemy stunned.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm interpreting it that way.
Okay, so movie bosses gives key plus 2 attack and defense of 40% to Otherworld warriors, and key plus 2 HP attack and defense plus 20% to movie heroes. The fact that he also gives a 40% attack and defense for 3 turns on its super attack. Holy crap, that's pretty big.
Yeah,
that is pretty big right there. I don't know how I feel about the Gogeta turning all of the attacks to him. I get it. I get it's meant to get his dodge chance up and everything like that, but I don't know how I personally feel about that, to be honest. It's definitely a new concept. I don't mind it, but I don't know how I personally feel about it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then time expired, available for 2 turns after Gogeta's appearance, diffuses and exchanges with Pycon. I don't know why you would ever go back to Pycon after going to Gogeta, but sure.
Yeah. This Gogeta is not super effective, right?
No, based on what he has written here, no, he's not.
Okay. And he doesn't have over in a flash, but he just has prepare for battle.
I think shocking speed would get turned to over in a flash, honestly. I know he kept shocking speed in there, but no Gogeta has shocking speed. So
yeah, I would have turned that into over in a flash.
Yep.
If I was making this card. I do like the concept of weakens enemy guard, right, on the 18 key Soul Punisher. So basically, everyone else in the turn is super effective,
right?
Which is nice. Pretty nice concept. Yeah, it's interesting because he kind of basically make Pycon a support, right? Because his 18 key super supports by raising all the allies' attack and defense by 40%.
I don't think I'd ever use the active skill in the first place. I just keep using. I throw them off rotation and keep raising my allies' attack and defense by 40%.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I would be doing.
And then, of course, in his kit, ki +2, attack defense 40% to Otherworld warriors. And then, of course, I think he wants to use the mechanic of literally changing the HP bar. Like the Gogeta part there, when finishing an enemy with Gogeta, HP raises by 10%. I think it's like, oh, if I have 500,000 total HP, well, now my total HP is 550,000. I think that's what he wants to do.
Right.
We never had that happen. I think to make it work, they would just say recovers 10% HP. I think that would be kind of cool. So, there's some little quirks in here, but definitely some unique stuff happening here, for sure. So that's why I picked it, because I was like, oh, this is very different. Weaken the enemy guard so everyone else is super effective, which is really nice. So yeah, I think this is a really good card. Again, when we said fix the category, for the most part in our minds, we're like, well, we got to have a unit that gives support to the rotations, and for the most part, this is we've gotten all those. So yeah, I think this is really cool. Again, if this actually came out, the leader skill is very obvious that it's a legendary summon banner, because that's what that looks like for any legendary summon. But
right.
But yeah, so I guess that ends my video here of my 3 picks of what I would like to see come out as cards to fix the Otherworld Warriors category. In the comments below, if you guys are the ones I picked, well, congrats, and just make sure you're mentioned there. And then for everyone else, what do you think? Would you like one over the other? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Anything else you want to say, Talon, before we head off?
Nope. I just want to say thanks again, everyone, for submitting all of your awesome card ideas. Again, sorry we can't get to everything. We'd be here for days, but we hope to see you guys in the next one. And again, we'll have that posted in the description / comments later when we figure out what's happening with V-Jump. And then we'll also post it on Twitter. So make sure you follow us both over on Twitter. That is the fastest way to see any kind of updates for anything, basically.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, make sure to follow me and Talon on Twitter. We're pretty active when we're awake. And yeah, we'll let you know when the next card is. It's going to be a little bit. I think we both are still in discussion, but I think we're going to wait till V-Jump, see what the leak says, and then we'll have your brilliant creative minds dive right in and let us know what you think the next card will be. So in any case, guys, appreciate everything you've done. This has been fun, and be on the lookout for the rest of the series. For Talon and me, we're out.